Hey guys, Leroy here. Today I have a guest that is my friend on Discord. We decided to just talk a little bit, talk about productivity, some stuff, a habit. He is my friend, right? And you're gonna talk here. Introduce yourself to my audience and Jason. Jason is his name.
Okay, yeah. Hey, everybody. I met Leroy through Discord, and we just been talking about like productivity and stuff, and how to like stay motivated and productive, like during these times, especially like during like COVID. Like everything's been shut down, so it's important to like try and find ways to basically use our time like the best like way possible, and yeah, stay motivated.
That's cool. That's cool. And then we are talking about in the chat that you learn French. Can you tell us little bit about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so basically it was part of like my high school requirement to pick a language. And since I guess my family had intentions of moving to Canada when I was already like pretty young, so I decided to pick like French as my secondary language. And I basically learned French all the way from like 6th grade to 12th grade high school. And although I can't really speak it conversationally, I can pretty much read it and write it to some extent like pretty well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool language.
So are you still studying? Do you watch TV shows or anything that people can? Because the audience on my channel, they love learning language. So if you could talk a little bit about something that you encounter in French, you could talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because funnily enough, ever since coming here, I actually haven't used the language all that much. But like there's a lot of resources
Where are you?
online. Like,
where are you? Where are you?
Canada.
You're in Montreal?
Not in the French speaking part. Not in the French, like Ontario.
Yeah.
So people here mostly speak English. So it's funny that I haven't actually gotten that many opportunities to practice the language outside of high school. But I would say it'd be very useful if you move somewhere like Quebec, Montreal, like in those areas where it's predominantly French speaking and people actually don't speak much English. And there's also like French TV channels that I've seen on cable, like they even showed here too. And it's cool to be able to like watch it and brush up on like I guess what I haven't been like using for a while. So yeah, it's cool.
And you could tell us about your experience with Chinese.
I actually grew up in East Asia in a place called Taiwan, and the main language there is Mandarin, or like what people know as like Chinese, I guess. And although I went to like a international school, which is why I speak English the way I do, like Chinese is pretty much all over. So I had to like learn it just to like get by and like order food, for example, or like I guess like talk to different people, like ask for directions and stuff. So I just kind of learned it naturally. Like no one really taught it to me inside. Like there's a few classes like growing up, but it was mostly just through like living in the country that I actually got to pick up all the different words and stuff like that, learn how to talk to people.
That's cool. Can you read Hanzi, the alphabet of Chinese, the characters? Can you read that?
So I actually can't read it.
You can't?
I can't, yeah. No. I can only speak it and understand it like verbally.
Yeah, cool. That's really interesting. So I study Chinese. I think that's a very cool language. I'm using a book. It's called Remember the Hanzi. Have you ever heard of this book? Remember the Hanzi? No?
No. Is it famous?
So yeah, it's famous because Japanese people use this book. It's Isaac is the name of the author. So there's a book. Remember the kanji that teach Japanese characters. And I'm using the Chinese version. It's very fun because they use mnemonics to remember how to read it. So it's kind of fun. It's very fun experience to learn a language that use a different alphabet. Né? So you recommend applications called Cold Turkey. Cold Turkey. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, so it's actually an application that was designed to help people be more productive because I guess the person who made this kind of realized that most people get distracted through like the internet, through like I guess different websites that they use like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So what this app does is that it lets you enter like URLs or to like websites that you use a lot and then block them. So basically that will kind of help you like be forced to not use those websites and be forced to actually like do other things that are probably like a better use of your time. And the cool thing about this application is that you can also like schedule like the blocks. So for example, you can say, I want to block YouTube Monday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. like every day of the week pretty much. And you can also block like applications to like games, I don't know, like different software, things that you spend way too much time on. And it's a good way to kind of like manage your time and limit your use of certain things. So I'd say it's been a pretty helpful thing for me as far as staying productive and budgeting my time accordingly, because especially like during COVID and stuff, there's no one there to really tell you what to do with your time. So it's important to kind of like maybe let like software do that for you, you know?
Great. Do you use an application on the phone also?
Oh yeah. So with the phone, because I guess I use the iPhone, so there's something called Screentime, but I'm pretty sure they have it on like most smartphones nowadays. Where yeah, you can just like it's exactly the same thing. You just choose like which apps and which websites you want to block for how long, and yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I use it on my phone, so that's a good tip to all the learners of the language that want to stay productive, right? To have a habit, to construct, to create a habit, to learn a new language. Stop watching useless YouTube videos and just watch the useful stuff, right? So I think it's okay. It's already 9 minutes. I think that's all. You could say bye to my audience, Jason.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for having me on the show, and it was cool being on. And yeah, bye everybody.
Thank you for being on the show, Jason. We can talk later. Hey guys, if you support this content, please give a like in this video and subscribe and activate and click on the bell to be notified of new videos. I see you in the next video.